There's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
Download Veely today.
So you've got a hot downtown loft that's running a bit cold? We'll spice it up.
I'm getting blinded just looking at it.
Try to talk a guy into polka dots, you're gonna have a bit of a problem.
Please. How do you take frat house basic to totally rad pad? We'll show you how, right now. Great design comes from a winning formula. Mine is as basic as a set of building blocks. Put them together, add up the results, and you've got a sensational room. So you're a cool dude living the bachelor's dream. Or is that nightmare?
I've been kind of living the frat boy lifestyle.
What should we do with all this existing furniture, do you think?
I just turned 30. I thought it was time to, invest for the future. I want the potential to be able to run my business from my apartment.
This is open concept living, huh?
It has old floors, crazily high ceilings, old metal windows.
This is an authentic loft. Here's the bachelor fridge. Here's condiments and some beer. This is probably about as large as the kitchen needs to be. And I'd like to see something that goes up the wall.
It's really all about the lounging space for me and the entertaining space.
What do we do about this wall?
Well, he works out of this space.
Oh.
So if you want to be able to lounge and entertain and kind of leave all of your business stuff behind, you may want to be able to tuck it back somewhere. I had thought this would be a great accent wall to indulge in a little bit of color.
Look at what I'm wearing. I'm obviously not afraid of color.
This space will be a combination of living and lounging here, while working and dining will take place on the other side of the wall.
We need a lot of furniture though, so we're gonna have to really watch the budget.
Let's get industrial, let's get cool, let's get urban, masculine. Let's try and remember what it's like to be younger.
Oh, I remember.
Are you feeling inspired after that?
It's a pretty awesome space.
The challenge comes to furnishing it. You really have to make one design statement and hammer it home everywhere.
Right.
This kind of space that has that rugged, rustic, original vibe to it is perfectly suited to vintage finds because that's friendly on the budget. I mean, we're doing close to 800 square feet.
Right. To me, masculine doesn't just mean beige and brown, black and white, gray.
Right. Could be orange, it could be green, it could be blue. I don't know that I feel red.
No, this is gonna be the chick magnet to end all chick magnets.
Because if anybody knows how to create a pad that's a chick magnet, it would be you.
Okay, enough with the sarcasm.
This bachelor pad will be great for entertaining and working from home. We'll soften the industrial space with color and texture and save money with vintage finds. But first, we need a kickstart. Hey, check these out.
Those are nice.
Just gonna get down.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I'd need to be a good bit higher.
Right, well, the cushion would help with that. We have free reign in terms of what we want to put on these chairs.
Yeah, and they're on sale for $650 for two. This is the direction that I want to go.
Oh! And this blanket provides even more inspiration.
I like this kind of color.
Beautiful.
Camel, bit of gray, almost a bit of mustard, which we're gonna get from the floors.
We can spin these colors into our fabric choices, which, as it turns out, are numerous.
That's nice. Let's put that in the keeper pile. That's great. Love that. Not so into this.
No, but I'm into this.
That's great. I love that.
Great texture. Stripes are guy, right?
How much?
Oh, $21.99 a yard.
The upholstered pieces will be decidedly neutral and hard-wearing, but we also want to liven things up a bit.
Polka dot door? Polka
Well,
dot
you know
pillow?
I love that fabric.
This says downtown to me.
It's very cool.
Hip happening downtown?
Well, what's nice about it is you can build in any direction from that fabric, right?
We've got a sophisticated and masculine scheme, but we also have a huge space to fill with furniture. Our first order of business is to tackle the office and dining area where we want to continue with our manly vibe.
I got stuck in the door.
There's a sticky door.
This table has kind of a good rough top.
Well, it's the right idea, but it's kind of small.
You like chunky better?
No, I don't. I find it a little monolithic, harsh.
Okay.
Oh, hello. This is totally it.
Well, that's cool.
It was $27.95, now it's $18.25.
40 inches wide and almost 10 feet long.
Check this out. It has storage underneath in the columns.
Not only great for dinnerware, but in Paulo's case, it could house office supplies.
We found ourselves a table.
This is 100% the right table.
All four eyes are working well today.
A new day and a new idea.
It's daytime. When you're in this room, it's dark-ish. Come into this side,
Right.
it's so bright. So, I really want to put a hole in here. Tommy thinks it's a terrible idea.
I'm thinking it should be 5 by 5 feet square and about 48 inches off the floor.
If you're gonna punch a hole in a wall that small, why not just take out the wall?
Now, if I were sitting here hanging out, I could look out the window. Cutting a hole in a wall is a whole lot less expensive than a piece of art.
The one thing I will say, all kidding aside, leaving the wall and just punching a hole through it does give us an opportunity to add color to an area of the space where we might not normally have an opportunity to do that.
Color? Oh yes.
What you got there?
Well, this time I got the crazy.
Oh my goodness.
All pulled from our polka dot fabric.
We've sampled some strong, bold colors, and you're wondering, which one are we gonna choose? No, we're not using one. We're gonna go with all four. If you have a wall that ends and it transitions to a new wall, it's a great place to change colors. If you're painting it yourself, the only cost is the cost of a can of paint. In this case, it's Paulo and his buddies that are doing the painting.
Hope he likes our colors.
Wow, that's really yellow. I'm just looking at the wall. I'm clearly not so hot on it. It kind of reminds me of my time spent in daycare.
If he's having early childhood development issues,
Maybe after he paints it, he'll warm up to the color. This downtown loft is going from bare bones to bachelorific.
It's really all about the lounging space for me and the entertaining space.
A blank canvas full of potential.
if you're gonna punch a hole in a wall that small, why not just take out the wall?
So, the kitchen.
This is probably about as large as the kitchen needs to be.
You know he's getting more than that.
You know those restaurant prep tables?
Love those things.
Like industrial stainless steel, get them with the big locking casters. You can also have them made whatever size you want. So we could do a long one.
We need a long skinny,
Right?
for this space.
Then, if we're thinking kind of sleek restaurant,
Oh, stainless. Really sleek, super masculine, total loft. Love it.
And the 24-inch base cabinet with 2 doors is just over $200.
realistically, our entire kitchen cabinetry will cost us around $2,000.
I think that's a heck of a deal.
So we could do the same counter on the run of cabinetry and on the island. So do we do butcher block? Something to kind of play up the warmth of the wood floors?
And you can get an 8-foot length for $249.
Can't do better than that.
Have you seen anything in hardware?
I really liked the pull with the integrated label,
Oh, cool.
but I don't know if we would do that with the stainless.
That's not polished brass, right? That's really,
Antique brass.
I like that that'll give it some character,
Yeah,
right? A feeling of history, and then we just have to figure out a backsplash
fine.
later.
The tubular frame butcher block island needs seating. Bar stools, anyone?
This one's on sale.
You never like things that are cheap and on sale.
So they're $87.50.
We can afford that.
It's adjustable, totally looks lofty.
Is it comfy?
No,
Oh,
it's a metal seat, but it's just a perch. You're there for a good time, not a long time, right?
I gotta take a picture. How many do you think we need?
I think we probably want 4 or 5, right?
At 87 bucks, we can afford them.
They make a good team. Keep on shopping.
This is cool. It's a little bit too textural.
I don't like it. That's cool.
What price have you got on that?
$1,800 down to $900.
Kind of treads the line nicely between these grays and
Yeah.
our linen colors. It has texture, it's the right neutral, it's brick. What could be more lofty? This is totally our carpet.
Yeah, nice and manly. I say we get it.
Back at Paulo's, the bargain kitchen is getting installed. We're adding stainless steel gables on the cabinet sides as well. Always an important finishing touch.
Whoa.
It's a lot of color.
I don't know if it's enough color.
Oh, I think you've gone totally insane. I think we should proceed and then if we need to add later, but I'm not worried.
We'll see.
All right,
I think we need more color.
I think you're crazy.
We definitely need something to dress up these walls.
Wait a second. Look at that.
What?
Well, Doesn't that Kaleem have all the colors that we're using?
Yes, it does.
But rugs aren't just for floors anymore. This is art.
The reason why I think this does work as a wall hanging is because it's graphic. Look at these border details.
This will make a great statement in the dining room.
Okay?
I've got a long way to walk.
Cash and carry.
All the way to the office. Next door.
And for lighting, we need to make an equally strong statement, considering the size of Paulo's loft and the height of its ceiling.
Those are great.
That's good scale.
With the right bulb inside, it could be really handsome. I think they are a contender.
This is fun.
You have to drink 28 bottles of wine. That would take me at least a week. What about the wagon wheel?
Well, I like that.
This above the dining table would be stunning.
At $1,500, this is pricey, but it would be a beautiful contrast to the dining table.
Imagine the sightline of when you walk in the door and look through that amazing cutout and look through and see that.
I think this is worth the splurge, so we'll just have to save on lights for the living room. A tight budget isn't our only problem, though.
I'm getting blinded just looking at it.
Please. This hip downtown dude wants his loft to reflect his character.
I'd really like to keep a masculine type look.
Well, that's cool.
And colorful.
It's a lot of color.
I don't know if it's enough color.
We've got it covered.
This says downtown to me.
How are we doing so far?
You try to talk a guy into polka dots, you're gonna have a bit of a problem.
Please.
I'm getting blinded just looking at it.
Okay, how about this one?
My worst fear for that fabric is that it's going to be on anything permanent in my apartment.
These fabrics are very well suited to a guy's place. If he doesn't like what these fabrics look like when we're done, I'll take them back. In the meantime, we've selected 6 industrial-looking dining chairs. But for the ends of the table, I'd like to use something masculine, like suede, and work it into our color scheme.
Not necessarily as light as here.
It just looks a little bit dead body. You know what I'm saying?
Is there a slightly darker color? Yeah, you think of this sort of more,
Nuts.
or do you like the lighter color?
The lighter color's good as well.
I like the idea of keeping it all in this sort of lighter wheat kind of direction.
It's really, really compatible with our orange.
They cost about $25 each. Maybe we get 7. That seems nice, yeah?
Well, it's got a big hole over here.
Oh, we don't want a hole.
You'll also want to avoid spots like these. However, folds and wrinkles can be steamed out.
This is perfect. Yes.
This one's a hell yeah.
Yep.
Now we can finish the furniture. Our 2 deco chairs will get cushions covered in this striped material. The other 2 club chairs and sofa are being custom made. We just couldn't find the right fit with anything vintage. This way, we get Paulo exactly what he wants.
I really want a big, comfortable couch.
And let's not forget about the fabulous suede dining chairs.
Cutting that hole out is now, that's like artwork.
I know, the skyline looks beautiful.
And Paulo's paint job? Well, let's just say we need a little touching up. The stainless steel looks cool, but now we have to figure out what goes between these cabinets.
I'm not thinking about your typical backsplash solution done in tile because the labor alone for that is somewhere in the range of $500 to $600. So let's think about what the DIY solution is. And then, yes, I still think we want something in a shelf.
And to make that backsplash, well, there are a lot of options.
It's 4 feet long.
Nope. How about this? No.
Hideous.
We don't want that. No, that looks like putting cardboard on the walls.
Yeah.
Where'd we leave our cart?
Oh.
Okay, let me just show you something here.
We could take boards of various widths and make a random pattern.
Then we could paint them in a variety of different colors. See, this has a bunch of merits.
And for the whole backsplash, it's only going to cost $80.
And some grunt work. This you can do yourself. If we use a tile edging strip, can we attach this to the wall and then literally just slip our boards underneath?
You just invented wood tiles.
Wood tiles. That's what we're using, wood tiles
Just invented that.
with a metal backsplash tile edge. We're off to the races, my friend.
So with daylight fading, Michael and I begin our backsplash project.
We've got 4 different widths. Let's go 4 different colors of paint. Yeah.
Putty.
Okay, I like that.
We've got our greeny, some of our spicy orange.
Yeah. And how about some blue?
Which one between these two?
The darker one.
Okay.
So you and I have some painting.
Sleeves are already rolled.
If we think they look too solid and new, when the paint dries, we can sand them a bit.
Scuffing.
Right.
Spicy.
Is this flame?
Yep.
That's enough for one day. The next morning, we enlist Tommy to scuff up the boards with a light sanding. Trimmed to fit perfectly, I apply them to the wall with construction adhesive.
We're gonna need more. Okay, at this point, I'm deeming this little project a success. Our last step is going to be to apply a coat or two of urethane, which will protect it, and we'll also sand and urethane our counters at the same time.
A slight weather change later, and our furniture arrives.
Our suede chairs. Unbelievable. There we go, it looks fantastic.
The sofa will come alive with the vibrant, fun polka dot pillows that Paulo's going to love. And it'll tie the whole color scheme together, which makes me very happy.
I feel like we're dancing around the maypole. Here, gang.
We've taken Paulo's empty loft
I've been kind of living the frat boy lifestyle.
and, well, made it better.
This is gonna be the chick magnet to end all chick magnets, this place.
Mixing the sleek and the rough, the old and the new with some great touches of color. Now, to pull it all together.
Why is there counterclockwise? It's like a...
I feel like we're dancing around the maypole. Here, gang. Tommy and I found these industrial fixtures. They were less than $150 each, and we thought, what a deal! Then we found out that you can't just install an industrial fixture that's intended to go in a warehouse or a stadium or a factory, because you need a 400-watt light bulb. Check it out, it's as big as my head. So, thanks to Jimmy, we have a solution. We're taking out all the guts in the transformer. We're installing a reducer inside this extra large socket, and then we can put in a regular light bulb. So we can take this industrial deal of a fixture, but make it work for home. Nice!
Very nice. These are really comfy.
Aren't they great?
They may be comfy, but they're in the wrong place. We need to do a bit of shuffling.
That looks weird.
In a big room, it's a good idea to pull the seating in from the walls a bit to create a cozy cluster that also shows off the large area.
That's a nice looking table.
We found these old filing cabinets and had them sprayed to match the accent wall. And topped with butcher block, they make a great desk.
Oh look, it looks like we took inspiration from the eaves trough across the lane.
Do you remember how this place looked before? Well, how do you like it now?
For a few months, I was living in a place that basically I was just throwing raves in because there was nothing else going on.
Paulo has really gone from frat pad to having a really chic and really cool sophisticated pad.
A real grown-up spot.
We tried to outfit the loft with the least number of good size, chunky pieces. A big island, a large-scale sofa, chunky, clubby armchairs, a big kilim interpreted as artwork, large-scale lighting. If you think about it, there aren't that many individual pieces, but each one has the right weight and balance to hold its own in this space. I wanted a loft-appropriate kitchen, so something cool, something masculine. However, I don't want this to look like a lab. By putting a butcher block top on a stainless island and butcher block counters on all of the stainless cabinetry, it creates the right amount of the rough and the fine.
The kitchen's my favorite spot. The island with the stools, that's my favorite area of the entire apartment.
You might have noticed that we have a fridge named Leonard.
We got that refrigerator for $300. In order to get a new stove and a dishwasher, we needed to save some money on the refrigerator.
I also named the range Stuart, and the dishwasher is Meredith. Lovely little family of appliances at Paulo's.
Backsplash. High stakes experiment. No professional came in to finish it. We did it every step of the way, and I would 100% do it again.
The colors on the wall I absolutely loved. I was a little bit skeptical at first when I saw the yellow, but once it was on the wall, I totally loved it.
All of these great punches of color are supported by the fact that we have our wood floors that we didn't change, we have white walls, and we have these great breathing spaces of nice neutral furnishings.
He said he didn't like this fabric? Try telling me you don't like it now.
Sarah, sorry, I'm still not a big fan of the polka dots.
You win some, you lose some. The cutout? A home run. Well, mostly.
I've been saying all along that that hole in the wall thing was a little strange, but what it did provide was this wonderful opportunity to have some variation of color.
It is the single most impactful thing we did. You have a sightline to these incredible rooftops of historic architecture. It doesn't get any better than that. We made a conscious decision to contrast the rough with the fine. So a dining table made of reclaimed wood is contrasted against some steel chairs. It's that mix of materials that creates interest and makes it feel appropriate in this space.
Now he can have a lot of lounge parties. There are places for people to sit, places for people to perch. So this is an entertaining guy's dream apartment now. I don't know what he did before we got there.
There will definitely still be parties, but quite frankly, I'm not so keen on people ruining my nice furniture now.
We started with nothing.
What should we do with all this existing furniture, do you think?
This was a shell, albeit a very cool shell, and what we've created is a space that works for living, for working, for entertaining, for dining. This is a do-it-all space.
I had the great space, but now I've got the great stuff in the place, and it actually feels like a home, so that's definitely nice. Everybody's jealous.
After 40, we all look a little like this. You know what I'm saying? Too fleshy.
Too pale, huh?
It's like a
And that's too
flesh tone.
soft.
The one thing you don't want in leather is flesh tone.
I'm getting that from you. I'm very good. I always clean up all the messes that I make.
I never get mad with a lonely sex lady.
Okay, there you go. All right, then. We have
believe you're blushing.
7 hides. Let's pay for them and let's go.